The second big announcement is I dropped a course today. Woohoo! Time is a really important part of life. It's kind of how we guide all our decisions. Our meetings are based on time. In the day-to-day, it allows you to allocate your resources, plan your days, schedule things. In the long term, it has a different role. In the long term, it allows you to set goals and evaluate your meeting them. The problem with that is that in reality, things don't necessarily work according to schedules, right? So you plan, in a year I'm going to graduate. Within that year, millions of things will happen, none of them built into your plan. But we still assume that our plans are accurate. I feel like it's kind of nonsense to set time-based goals, and as somebody in business, this is pretty ridiculous. Like the whole kind of practice is based on long-term goals and what we can achieve by next year and all that stuff. But there's no way to take every variable into account. And yes, you can base it on a lot of past experience and build possibly accurate estimates, but we're not really designed to follow long-term plans like that. So how I structure my life is I don't have a timeline for my goals. I have my big overarching goal, and then I have my what can I do today to get there. And the problem with that one is like sometimes the daily decision influences the next couple months or next couple years. The decision to take a certain job, to go to a certain university, to start a relationship with a certain person. These things have an influence on the long goals, but they're made in the day-to-day. So what's important is being able to evaluate those decisions based on your long-term vision, not necessarily goals. But anyway, so once you have your long-term big vision, the big thing that you want to accomplish, that you want to work towards, or that you want to create, it's much easier to use that as like the value system with which you make your decisions. You're able to have much more consistent decision-making abilities. Something like based on your values, your morals, your ethics, like these things, they shouldn't be concrete rules, but they help you to evaluate every single decision that you make. I'll use myself as an example. I'd like to get us past the point where we have to worry about sustainability. I'd like to have, sustainable practices, ideals, methodology, circular economy, that kind of thing at the core of society and our economy, so that we never have to worry about it anymore. And so when I make decisions in my life, like what companies to work for, I work in the solar industry, something that helps make that happen. Every single one of my decisions is based on having that long-term goal in a way that works for me, and that kind of influences other people as well. It's actually one of the deciding factors in why I do this vlog as well. I'd really like to show that you can have like a sustainable goal, a sustainable life, without it being some weird hippie life. Because I live that now. So, bringing that back to time, the time is the most valuable thing. We never know how much we'll have, we never know how much we have in a day, what things will come up that will take up our time. Many things that take our time are completely unnecessary and useless. So when you're making decisions about time, try to optimize, make time for the things that make you most happy and that are the most productive, and cut out the rest of the stuff. It can be really difficult sometimes if you're locked into things like school, university, classes, but if you can get past that stuff and prioritize, even within those things, prioritize in the course, okay, what do I need to know to pass the stupid test, and what of it is interesting for me to learn? Then just learn those two things. Anyway, I'd love to hear other people's opinions on this. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I'm going now to meet up with the leader of the Montreal YouTube community. He's launching the creative space soon for Montreal YouTubers. I'm really excited. I'm hoping to get involved a bit in the process of what's happening with the marketing and the promotion and just the building of this space. Later today, because it's Wednesday, I'm going to school, group meeting, class, and then other stuff tonight.
Nous, on est conscients de
That was hectic. So it's much later in the day now. Since my last time speaking to the camera today, two big things have happened. The first one I have started to work with What's Up Montreal. So basically, I'm going to be working with Patrick to help him manage their clients and as well just kind of build a network in Montreal and just have some fun because it seems like a really cool little company doing lots of interesting work. Just another thing on my plate. And about that, the second big announcement is I dropped a course today. Woohoo! So the whole story is I was taking 6 courses this year because I started my semester with 5. I was taking Mark 301, 305, 485, and 486, and then COMM 225. And then about 2 weeks into the semester, I got added into JMCC's case class. And it was actually at the same time on Monday nights as my 225 section. So I've been not attending 225 all semester at all, like none, and definitely bombed the midterm. So I decided that I would just drop 225 so I could actually register in case class, and I'll still be taking 5 classes. So I'm still full-time, still taking 5, still busy, but less so, thankfully. Very, very, very busy recently, like too busy to actually do everything I had to do, and it was starting to weigh down on me a bit, pretty stressful, so down to just 5 courses, part-time job, vlog. I'm not somebody who cares about my marks. I'm really public about that, like I'm out about not caring about my marks because I don't think they are what matters in the end. What matters is how much you learn from school, and I talked about this in an earlier vlog. But I genuinely think that when it comes to school, a lot of the stuff that you learn is useful, but a lot of it's not. And when you look at university as a way of educating people, so overall it can seem like the system's kind of failing, but there's still so many amazing things about being in university. First and foremost, the community of people gathered in one place, all energetic and ambitious and excited and inspired to learn. And that's really cool, and that's irreplaceable. I don't think there's anywhere else that you can really find that to that degree today. That's what I love about it. That's what I love here, especially at Concordia at JMSB. The culture of ambitious people is amazing. So that's what I wouldn't want to leave. But today, I was thinking about how busy I am, how much opportunity there is outside of school as well as in school, and I legitimately considered today either quitting my job, stopping vlogging, dropping out of school. I looked at every single option of my life. I decided that the best thing for now would be to continue on, finish school, and just get it over with the degree, with the stamp of approval, so that when I get out into the workplace, if I ever do want to take a job at a company that would require it, which I doubt I'll do anytime soon, but if it does happen, then I've got it, I've got the check mark, if I want to. I decided to drop 225 though, because I think that was a good choice. I'll just push that off. I'll take it in the summer or something, and it'll be fine. I think it's just the time of year where people consider dropping out. Good day, kind of a weird day, not a great vlog day, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I don't know if some of you probably saw this, but earlier this evening I put this video on CASA JMSB, the Facebook page, and I asked if anybody had any suggestions for a marketing campaign for JMSB. So basically I've got a meeting tomorrow with the people who do JMSB's marketing, and I want to propose some ideas about how to improve the marketing, about what the JMSB experience is like, and how the students actually are in the school. Because if you Google or YouTube JMSB, the stuff that comes up isn't useful nor relevant anymore. So I'm going to propose some changes for that, and it's really exciting because if I get it, if we end up actually doing this project, it would have a really big impact on all the students coming into JMSB from now on. Thanks to the people who sent in suggestions. I'm going to take them into account for sure. I did that because I love the idea of business and just general creation as an involved thing. So the people who are involved, who are watching me, are able to contribute to the work that I do, and then eventually, since everybody's kind of in the JMSB or Concordia community, you'll start to see the impact of the things that you suggest implemented in your community, which is really cool. And I love the idea of that, and I think that business in general should move more towards that, because there's a lot of potential to move past the problems that come from a lack of communication. So when a business or a government or community or something like that suggests a concept or implements a concept without the feedback, you get a solution that doesn't work for everybody. And that happens all the time. And I think it's easily prevented with this type of medium, which is not that hard to do and is pretty straightforward. So thanks to everybody who sent feedback. I'll definitely bring it up at the meeting tomorrow. And I'm really hoping that this goes through so that we can make a huge impact on the students that are coming into JMSB in the future. Also, I think it's awesome that because I'm still figuring out what this whole marketing thing is and how it works and how to get clients and all that stuff, involving the people who watch in that process and helping like show me as I go through the process might be really useful, tying back to what I said in the last video about just like how this shows my journey to finding out what I want to do. I'm trying out getting clients so I can do advertising for them or do marketing for them. And so if I show that process as I'm going through it, show my failures, my successes, it'll be a helpful process overall. But yeah, really exciting. So one more thing, I just want to plug the JSEC case comp. If you haven't bought your tickets yet for the JSEC case competition, that's the John Molson Sustainable Enterprise Committee. Definitely do that. Great committee, and it's really cool that they're actually bringing sustainability into business as a major thing, and I really don't think they get enough feedback at JMSB, enough engagement at JMSB. You don't have to be a sustainability expert, it's just getting yourself in that mindset every so often is really awesome. So if you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets for that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you're on YouTube, please subscribe. On Facebook, please like, just because I post these all the time and I feel like it's fun. If you don't like it, then don't do that, but it's the only way that you can reward me for the work that I do. So thank you. I'll see you later.